Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, it's Chelsea. Here I share fashion styling tips, product reviews, and inspiring lifestyle content to help you elevate your everyday life. So if that interests you, join me on the journey and hit subscribe. Guys, I'm so excited to be back today. And of course, if you don't follow me on Instagram at itschelseajackson_, then you missed it. I normally don't post in real time a lot of times, or I don't even post every time I go somewhere. But New York, it's a place I've been in and out of. You know, it ain't nothing, you know, some stuff ain't post-worthy, you know. But this time I was excited to be there because it was the Tex World event. And that was my very first time being there. And I found out about it last year as I got back into sewing, because if you don't know, I'm going to give y'all a quick 2.5 in the charade voice. But I started sewing when I was in second grade, and I sewed off and on through the years. Then I ended up getting me a sewing machine, the top of, what was it, last year, to get back, because I already had a smaller sewing machine. But then I got a bigger one, and I started delving back into it. So I've been making clothes and things like that, and I still do like custom projects and stuff like that. So I'm excited about that. So when I delved back into the sewing world on a more serious level, I found out about Tex World. And last year I didn't go. If you've been following me here for a while, y'all know last year was like a major spiritual shift for me, and it was because I decided to completely give my life back to God and be real about it and not walk that tight rope, that fine line like I was with all this mixture, honey. Save today, acting a fool tomorrow. I decided to, you know, give my life back to God. So last year was just a tough year for me spiritually and everything. I talked about it a little bit. Maybe I'll do a full video talking about it. But yeah, if you've ever been in that place, you already know it's tough. But now I'm able to look back at it, and I thank God, because my spiritual endurance have increased, and it's just been all good looking back at it now that I'm out of the storm. And not completely, because God is still, teaching me and guiding me and leading me. So it's never technically quite over, but that particular storm is definitely over. But it's never ending, really. And that's kind of what I was trying to avoid, bringing my life back to God completely, because when you serve Christ, we do suffer. I'm gonna get back to the topic, but I'm just gonna say this. We suffer. We go through a lot. We go through sufferings, but we go through blessings as well. But it only builds us up and help our endurance. So yeah, let me get back to the topic. We'll talk about that in another video. Let me know if y'all want me to talk about that in another video. But back on topic, I went for Tex World, and I was excited about that. And so pretty much this was a work trip. And I, saw a lot of trends and things like that in New York that I wanted to kind of bring to y'all and let y'all know what the fashion girlies are wearing. Of course, y'all know that New York is our fashion capital. And, the girls up there just have a different, even though every region have their, style and things like that, the New York girlies, they tend to be more carefree with their style. They tend to be put together, but not so, it's more of a raw type of fashion that I really, really love, that we all love, really. And, well, I'm going to say most of us, I ain't going to speak for everyone, but they just have like a little je ne sais quoi about them, and I love it. So in this video, I'm going to detail you the things that I have seen mostly while I was in New York. And might I mention, the New York girlies also turned me out, no pun intended. They really turned me out onto a trend that I did not like, but I ended up subscribing to right then and there. So stay tuned if this interests you. All right, ladies, so the first thing I seen up there a lot was little black dresses. And not little black dresses as far as length, because they were mostly maxi or a mid-axi. But I saw a lot of little black dresses on plus size women, and this was in Manhattan. Now I was in Queens as well, but I really didn't see that too many. Like out in Queens, a lot of people tend to dress regular, no frills. If they wear a t-shirt and jeans, they wear a t-shirt and jeans. They ain't trying to do all the things, at least from what I saw on the train. But yeah, but when I got into the city, I saw a lot of anthropology style dresses. Like a lot of the, kind of like the puffy dresses a little bit, or the off-shoulder, A-line, beautiful flowy dresses. I saw them, and they were wearing them with sneakers. They were wearing them with flats. They were wearing them with all kind of shoes, but that's little black dresses is like a big thing up there from what I've seen. So many people, even when I did research for this video to try to get pictures, because I didn't take pictures of people. I didn't think to take pictures or do any videos, but I was just literally just trend spotting just randomly. And that's why I'm kind of bad at vlogging, in my opinion, because I have a bad habit of not capturing footage or pictures. I just live in the moment. I'm a true 80s baby. Don't judge me. I'm a live in the moment first type of person before I'm ready to grab a camera. But yeah, so that's what I've seen a lot. Little black dresses, and they were so cute. I'm actually on the hunt for some as well. I'm definitely going to hit up Anthropology because those dresses were really cute. I even saw a plus size girl in a little black dress, and it was so gorgeous. It looks very Anthropology-ish. And all of them are on the same style for the most part. You have the off-shoulder ones. And it's not like a typical A-line boring dress. You have some with, like, if it has a little sleeve, it has a little poof right there or something like that. Or, but they were just gorgeous dresses. And, of course, the pictures you see. But those were definitely a big deal in New York. The second thing that I saw were maxi skirts, and not regular maxi skirts, satin maxi skirts. Now, of course, if you're tuned in, everybody has them. You have from high end to low end. You have H&M and Zara. You have them all over Saks. You have them everywhere. Satin skirts are everywhere. And for my plus size ladies, I will link some below. I know I came across H&M a couple of weeks ago. They had one up to 4X. So my plus size ladies, you can go there and thrive. We can also go to, I can check Fashion Nova and see if they have them as well. Whatever I find, I will link it below. But maxi skirts I saw them all over the train, all over the streets of Chelsea, all over the streets of pretty much everywhere in Manhattan. I saw maxi skirts. And with the maxi skirts, they styled them up. A lot of them styled them up real cute. Now you had some with just a basic white tee. They tucked it in, folded it out, and like that. But then I saw some girls that took it up a notch and had the white tee, or they would have the racer, the racer that kind of go in like this, the racer tank, and then they would have a sweater or a shirt folded in front, giving the Carlton Banks type of swag. And I thought that was cute. But mainly I saw them with the racer back tops without the extra top, or I would see them with it tied around the front, because the ladies in Manhattan seem to be more pulled together, maybe because they were going into the office or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, those long satin skirts are something that I saw all over the place. So if you're a trendy girl, which most of us are, but the thing about following a trend is, for the most part, we all, not all of us, but we all take part of trends. It's just with the trends, you kind of just want to figure out a way to interpret it on your own. Following trends is not a bad thing. It's just about making it your own and coming up with your own personal style. Now, creating your personal style do take work. It do take man labor to do, because you're going to have to go try things on. You're going to have to see what your body loves. You're going to have to do these things. But after you got that down packed, and let's say cargos, you know, that trend, it's still kind of here, but it's almost kind of gone. But let's just say the cargo trend started tomorrow. Well, now that you know what looks well on your body, you know what type of cargos to go for if you wanted to take part of that trend. Or right now, capris are coming back. I posted a picture on my Instagram and here on YouTube about the capris, which that's another thing I saw in New York as well. We'll get on that. But capris are a thing again. They were a thing in the 50s. My grandmother wore them. My mom wore them in the 70s. I wore them in the early 2000s. In this picture, this was what, 2000, I want to say 3-ish. I was at Greenbrier Mall. Honey, if you didn't have no mall picture back in the day, honey, you weren't doing anything. You weren't living life. I think everybody had like a ghetto mall pic. But, yeah. Capris are just a thing. They're back in now. And it's just about you taking that trend and making it into your own. Now, I will say, although I wasn't that size back then, I will say I would, until I try them on again now, I would say capris may be a trend that us plus size ladies want to steer clear of, unless, if y'all watched my video yesterday, I had on jorts. Now, I think jorts are good for us because they still, you know, they have a little flare a little bit. Or even if, it has the slightest of flare. But as far as capris, where they stick to you, kind of like leggings, but they cut off at the knee, I don't know if that's going to be the most flattering thing on us. But don't hold me to that judgment yet. I am going to play around with it. I am going to try on some myself with different tops to see, how it looks. So I'm going to play with that. So don't hold me to it. But as of now, thinking about it in my head, I think that may be a trend, the capris, we may kind of want to stay clear of. Because that's going, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be flattering or not. But in my head, I'm thinking, yeah, we may want to miss that one and probably get with the jorts. Jorts look good on everybody. You can't go wrong with that. But yeah, don't hold me plus size ladies. I want to play with it first so we can see what we can do with those capris. But anyway, I saw capris a lot in New York as well. And getting to the last thing I saw, and pretty much every outfit that every piece that every trendy piece I just talked about up until this point, they wore them with this one thing. Ballet flats. And to be particular, the Alaya ballet flats. Now, some of them probably had the real thing and some of them probably had the faux thing. I think Steve Madden makes them. I posted the ones from H&M. They have the ones in black and they had it in white, but they cannot stay in stock. The minute they put them out, them girls eat them up. I think Amazon probably have them. Amazon have everything. So yeah, whether they were real or whether they were faux, that's all I saw. I saw them so much because I was against the ballet trend, because shoe trend, because I thought, and I still think to this day, they still translate better on a woman with a slender foot. A slender foot, longer toes. I think ballet flats just look better on that type of foot. I have wide feet, so they're not the best. They don't look the daintiest on me. But I plan on wearing them with long pants like I saw women did. I've seen a lot of women wearing with wide leg. you know, summer pants, whether they be linen, whether they be like that faux light satin. I saw them wear it with that, or like with a maxi skirt where your feet just do ever so gently peeps out to where you see the shoe. I think wearing them with things like that would help people who don't have the nice, beautiful, you know, slender, thin feet. So that's how I plan on rocking them. And they were wearing them with jorts as well. Jorts, I saw them with jorts as well. Jorts, capris, the little black dresses. These shoes are the New York shoe of the summer, at least the Manhattan shoe of the summer, because that's all I seen in Manhattan. Now these aren't Elias, these right here, I got these from Zara. They're Zara gold and metallic. I don't know if the camera is picking up the gold that well, but yeah, they're a gold metallic flat, ballet flat, and mostly I saw the girls in black and mostly I saw the girls in white. I did see a red, but those were the most colors they were wearing. But it's like the ballet flats have a way of just chef kissing, if you will, a look. It just rounded the look off so well. So I was impressed every time I saw these shoes. I'm like, and it rounded it off to the point to where you almost don't know what other shoe they could have pulled the outfit off with. That's how well these shoes rounded off the people's looks. Like with those dresses I was telling you guys about. I guess I'll call them whimsical dresses. They're not really whimsical, but you know. But even with those little black whimsical dresses, they look so cute with these. The capris, I couldn't imagine them wearing any other shoe with them but these. The long maxi skirts, I couldn't imagine no other shoe but these. That's how good these shoes impressed me, and that's how good it looked with those looks, and that's how well it rounded those looks off, because I just can't imagine because even the pictures I posted, I'm like, what other shoe could she have wore to really pull this off? These shoes look so good. Aliyah, you did your big one when you made these. They were inspired by you, okay? But you still did your big one for the silhouette, because she got her inspiration from a real ballet shoe, but we get where we're going. But yeah, in the words of Super Jacob, we go, okay? We go. So yeah, these shoes they impressed me every time I saw somebody with them on. I was like, you know what? When I went in Zara and I saw these and I tried them on and I was able to fit them, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get these bad boys. So, like I said, if you have a fatter foot or a wider foot, it's not gonna look the most daintiest. So I'd recommend wearing them with pants or something where your feet just ever so gently glide from under the fabric for 2.3 seconds and go right back under, or you know, a maxi skirt or anything like that. But yeah, New York girlies, y'all turned the kid out. Future Chelsea chiming in. So the reason why I feel like this is the New York girls shoe of the summer is because from what I heard from New Yorkers, the original Aliyahs are very comfortable and, you know, to walk in for long periods of time, because if you're in the city, you know that you're doing a lot of walking and a lot of climbing of stairs. So these shoes are comfortable, open toe, and I heard that they're safe to walk in as well without slipping. Now, they didn't wear these, but this is just what I picked up from H&M. Now, these are some ballet flats, but they're mesh. They have a hard bottom. But I like how they feel on the feet. Like the mesh, It's stretchy. I'm hoping one day I'm walking my feet. Well, no, okay. So this is power mesh. So I was hoping one day my feet won't go climbing out the front. But this is the shoe. This is it right here. It looked like something Kanye would make. And then this is the back. Yeah, so this is a shoe. They have these in red and white as well. And I ordered them in a size 9 at first, but when I got them, they were too big. Like, my toes were like right here. Like right here, and I had that much space. So that wasn't, so at least right now, they're at least right there. So I still have that much space at the top. Like, that much space. So, I figured these would be some good everyday around town shoes. And they stretch right here. Unlike the Zara ones, they do not stretch right here. Now these stretch, but yeah, the Zara ones, they're like stiff. But they do still have them in red. They're on sale. And they have them in this like, maybe like this color that I have on, like that tan color, vanilla, tannish, yellowish color. They have those on sale too for 12 bucks. And they also have some red ones like on Mary Jane style, like my gold ones. Now they are on sale for $59. So again in red. I saw a girl, and just off of New York right now, here in Atlanta, she had some of the red Alaya dupes. And because she said she got hers from Amazon. So she had on some red Alaya dupes, and she had on like some ashy black jorts, and she had on a solid black shirt, because I love when people match ashy black with black and put on some, you know, a pop of red. I just think that color combo is like, because you got not only you got different textures, because I think she had like a lacy shirt, kind of like a lace shirt. So not only she had different textures, she had just different grains, and she had different like a color palette going on. So it looked like she just kind of, I don't say it looked like she woke up out of bed and threw it on, but you know how you have that I tried but I didn't look? That's what it was, and it was so effortless and so cute. She executed it so well. So that's when I started taking notice of the ballet flats even here at home in Atlanta. I saw her, like I said, in Zara. But then when I went to New York, and I mean, I'm looking down, that's all I'm seeing, belly flats. And I love how those ladies styled them up. In my last video, like I was saying, most of the ladies who wore it had like the clean girl aesthetic. So like I said, they were wearing them with white shirts, you know, the Carlton Banks tie over. Now I didn't see too many of my sisters. What's up, New York? Y'all don't be in the city, or maybe I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm like, where my people at? Where my people? Because I know when I was on the, not that I have a problem with it, with being around others, but like when I was on the train coming from the airport to the city, I was like the only girl, you know, only black girl on the cart. And the cart was jam-packed. And I'm like, well, where my people? Where my people? And it was around like 8. So yeah, and then eventually, like, I saw like one other black lady get on the cart. But yeah, I'm like, where my people at? So yeah, that's the thing with that. Yeah, y'all truly, the New York girlies truly turned me into a believer with these shoes. I really love them. It's my favorite shoe now. So that's what the girlies are wearing in New York. If you are like me, I don't know if you saw, if you never saw any of my previous travel videos, my old videos, like I told you, when I go somewhere, I like dressing like the locals, because I don't want to look like a mark. So when I go to LA, you know, out there, denim, white tee. They wear muted colors out there. Of course, you have people who wear other things, but for the most part, they're very laid back. Think Free People, think Aritzia, think that when you think about LA. So I like to dress like a local, even if I go to Miami, anywhere I go, because I don't want to be a mark. So in New York, if you're going to New York and you're going to be dealing with that, because it is hot up there. I felt like it was hotter in New York than it was in Georgia. And let me just take a moment out to take time to appreciate y'all. I don't know how y'all do it. Now, in the South, it gets hot and it gets humid. Here in Georgia, it's the sauna. Like, you don't have to go to the sauna in the summertime in Georgia. You can just sit outside on your porch and you gonna sweat out all toxins or whatever that you need to sweat out. However, in the South, we have cars, and so we are rarely outside for a long period of time, unless some people may work outside or something like that. But we leave our house, so we leave at our front door, get in a car, cool it down, turn the AC up on full blast, and we get cool, and we ride to wherever we're going, and we go inside a very cold building, or wherever we decide to go. It's going to be cold. You know, so we have time to collect ourselves. In New York, y'all leaving out of y'all house. Y'all going to walking, depending on how long the walk is, God forbid if it's long. So you're walking to the train station in the heat. Then you got to get to the train station. It's hot. The subway station is hot underneath that ground, all that cement and all the stuff. Then you get into a train, and the trains, they're not really that cool. It's not that like that southern cool. Like here in the summertime, you liable to go into a building and it's so cold till it'll almost burn you, because we're equipped to deal with that heat. I don't think that train can keep up with that heat up there. So, you know, it's kind of like a cool, but it's still hot. Like I was still sweating on the train. So you get off the hot train, you got to walk up 50 million stairs of the subway station and get on a hot street and walk wherever you got to go. The fact that y'all can do that, y'all, I don't know who in their right mind want to live in New York on purpose without a car. I mean, it must be that good. New York must be, that life must be given real good. Because I don't think especially at my age, it ain't that much in the mix in the world. Going back and forth, okay, that's fine. And me, a lot of times I catch Uber everywhere I go. I don't have time for the train. It's too hot. Now I'll take it from the airport into the city a lot of times. But anywhere else around the city, I gotta break that bread, honey. Because I ain't, it's too hot. It's too hot to be fooling around with no train. And then getting off doing all these transfers. Now, a few years ago, I think back in 2017, when I went, I did take the time to learn the train station, how it works and stuff like that. Sorry, my camera cut off. But I was getting around like a G. Like I was doing good. But, yeah, no. It's too hot. Maybe I'll engage in the train system again when the weather is just nice and mediocre. Like when I was like in April, I should have probably did the train, but I ain't feel like being bothered then. Every time I go now, I have to break bread with Uber or, well, really Lyft or Revel. Revel, they've come to be one of my favorite ways to get around the city. They got the nice blue cars, you know it's them, and they're just such nice people. So Revel, yeah, that's my girl. And I also take them back to the airport. Now I'll ride the train away from the airport, but going back, I ain't got time. I need to get there. I ain't got time to be doing no transfers, waiting on buses and all that. I need to just get straight to the situation. And yeah, so shout out to the New Yorkers who are able to be out in the heat, and y'all don't even blink an eye. Y'all just be walking, sweating in fashion. Could be me. Well, it is me when I'm there, but you know, it's temporary because I'm coming back to Georgia. But that's the thing with that. Love New York street style. I'm going to try to capture it more when I'm up there, so you guys can kind of see what's going on too. I think on TikTok you have a lot of native or people who live in New York. They kind of do capture the street style and talk to people. So I think I may start doing that when I go up there too, and I may start doing that here in Atlanta as well. So you guys can kind of see what people are wearing and things like that, because I think it's fun to see. Even in Miami, I think I may do that too when I'm down there, because they have a unique way of dressing as well. It's a beach town, but they kind of give you fashions a little bit, you know. It do kind of have like that New York flair sometimes, depending on what time of the season it is. But like right now, like what the girls are wearing in New York, like I said, with the long satin skirts, the ballet flats and stuff like that, you're more apt to see that in Miami as well, especially in the design district area. But it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense because you got a lot of people from New York that move to Miami, and you know, you taking your flavor wherever you go, and that's what you'll see. And they'll have a cute designer bag to go ahead and tie everything all up, seal the deal. And getting into designer, I think that may be another video, but guys, I just let Super Jacob, I think I told y'all about him before, I let him do the talking for me because he say everything that I want to say. But of course, when you got a he like me, you can't say what you want to say a lot of times. So check him out. I may talk about it a little bit, but he hit the nail on the nose, you know, about a lot of this stuff with fashion. And he's definitely in fashion. Super Jacob actually works in fashion, and he actually he lives in New York, and he also owns a lot of Chanel and things like that. So he, you know, it's coming from somebody who's about that life. And he's just being honest, and he's saying the quiet parts out loud, and that's why I like Super Jacob. Yeah, so check his channel out. Definitely got to meet him next time I'm in New York. And yeah, he said the quiet parts out loud, the part that people don't want to say, or the people that people want to talk about it, but they try to be willfully ignorant. A lot of times when they talk about these things, he just come out and say it. Okay? Because Super Jacob is a white male, so he is at the top of the hierarchy privilege chain. So he gets to say what he wants to say. And yeah, so if you want to know how I feel about all this luxury stuff, go watch him. He's my mouthpiece. Alright, so don't forget to comment. I ain't gonna say on everything, but on most stuff, he's my mouthpiece. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And follow me on Instagram at itschelseajackson, as well as on TikTok as well. See you on the next video. Bye.